So I'm going to start something new every Wednesday. I'm going to release a short video / audio for those who are listening to the podcast on a thought that I think would be helpful to you, whether it is building upon the previous episode, or whether it is leading into the next episode, or whether it's just totally random, but still within the theme of this show. And it'll probably be around 5 minutes or so, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer. But every Wednesday between full episodes, I'm going to release a short video that can touch on just a single point and help move you in the right direction. I can call them epiphany videos or something, and maybe that name will change. But so today I wanted to talk about, is it fair to be working 20 hours per week? So we've talked a lot about the 20-hour work week in the last couple of episodes. I've told you about my story and how I work. But one question that popped into my mind as I was moving my schedule down to a 20-hour work week was, is this fair? Does this mean I'm lazy? That thought can cause resistance and keep us from trying to obtain it, that we almost feel guilty that we're working 20 hours a week. We feel like we should be working 40 to have a true full-time job. So first of all, the answer is certainly no. I'm working 20 hours a week on my business, but I'm working the other 140 or so hours on personal life, on my family, devoting that time to my family, my home, my community, and other projects that matter. So working 20 hours a week doesn't mean that you're spending all the rest of the time watching Netflix. It means you're spending the rest of the time, you're having some leisure, some relaxing time, some entertainment. When you have kids, there's very little time to relax, but you are still working, just in other ways. You're focusing on other things that matter too. And you're working on really building your personal life and strengthening that. So I encourage you to make a list of all the things that you want to be spending your time doing when you're not working in your job, in your business. What matters to you most? Then what's second? What's third? What's fourth? So that with the time that you do have when you're not putting in work to earn money, what are you focusing on? And are you pursuing the things that really matter to you? Are you focusing on the people and the projects that matter to you? Make sure that you have those priorities so that you're not twiddling your thumbs, figuring out what to do with your time, that you know exactly what you're going to do with that time, because you know what matters to you. I really believe that if people can get their job, their work schedules down to 20 something hours a week, and really think about how they can contribute in other ways, that society as a whole would do better, because there's going to be more people that have time to donate to helping their neighbor, to doing various service for other people outside of their home. That, of course, most of my time is spent in my home with my family. And that doesn't always mean in my actual house, but you know what I mean? It's focusing on my family. And when you have young kids, that becomes a huge priority and takes up a lot of time. But I depending on what phase of life you're in, think about what you want to be spending time doing. And you don't have to be currently working 20 hours a week to already be thinking about this. If you make that list now, it'll give you motivation to work towards getting your work schedule down to 20 something hours a week, because you'll be excited to be able to then devote time to these other things that you already have written down. So I think that's it for today's Epiphany. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next episode of Go Back to Bed. And if you haven't already, subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's just in my name, Chad Grevalese. Go to Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, whatever podcast app you use, subscribe to the podcast. And I want to hear from you. So send me messages on YouTube, leave comments, and let me know what kind of things you want me to be talking about related to the themes of this show. So have a great day, and I will see you next time.